Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, just wanted to go through the progression of my snake strikers, and I really like this build. I've embraced it. I've gone over to the Taipan, the Taipan mostly, but I actually prefer the Cobras now. The Taipans are excellent, and I've got a fair few smaller round files left, so I'll probably be making more of these Taipans, but I like the Cobras as far as aesthetic goes. They're a lot classier build, and they look a lot better, personally. I think I've got a couple more square files, so I will be making a few more. I wanted to see if I could make one, and I did. But this is how I used to make them. This is the original Taipans, and yeah, I don't mind them. They look all right. That's how they're supposed to be orientated. They turned out all right. They work well. They spark really well. A bit of hagstone, English hagstone. So yeah, fireworks, but and it's easy enough to get the detail work on it and get it into shape. It is a bit harder to bend them like that, but it's not that hard really. But yeah, just to get them in, and they feel good in the hand and they work out all right. But I do prefer this style, and that's why I went over it. This is a square one. I think this is one of the first ones I ever did. It's just the heads don't, once you flatten the head out a little bit, they just don't turn out as nice. So I think that's why I progressed over to the other style. So yeah, that's, again, they're not a bad striker, but yeah, I prefer the different ones. As I said, they spark really well. So yeah, I went on, and then I went on to the Taipans. These are really nice, and I didn't come up with these. I haven't seen many Cobras, to tell you the truth. But Andrew used to make, or still does, made Cobras. Weren't strikers. He just made up Cobras for decorations for things. That's where I got the idea of. I thought, oh, why not try and make a Cobra snake striker, and that's where I got the idea. But I saw, I think it was Mark from Eat Carbs Outdoors had a snake striker. I really liked it, and then I have seen a couple of snakes, and that's, yeah, I basically borrowed the idea and made it my own. So yeah, these Taipans are really nice. They're a nice striker, and yeah, they pretty much all spark like that. But that's yeah, not a bad striker. Nice detail work on the face. Always leave the scales, like the fire marks, because it looks like scales of the snake. I take the fire marks off the strike face, because all you do is degrade the edge if you leave them on there. So yeah, nice smooth strike plate. I anneal here. You can see the annealing line where I hit it with a propane torch. I put this part in water. I usually just bury it in a bit of water up to there, and then just lick this until it goes red hot. It'll go red. I've got a propane torch that'll go 1300 degrees, and then just take it to red. That anneals it. This stays in water. It won't get hot, and it still sparks. They all spark really well. So yeah, but this basically, you won't get a spark out of this, because it kills it as soon as you put it in. And I think I don't know, out of the two of them, that one's got better face features, but I like this one how it sits better. So yeah, they're both pretty good. Then I broke my other one, and then I replicated it. He turned out really nice. He's he's a big striker, but yeah, he sits up really well. Got my own mark on it. Nice and kneeling line. You can see. I like the blue colour. It yeah, just really nice. Sparks really well. It's starting to blood out. So yeah, and that yeah, that's pretty much. I just don't have any. I've got one. I think I've got one more round file. Andrew gave me a round file the other day. It's just a bit of the chalk off the flint. Yeah, but and that's about it. I think I've got one dirty big one, but I don't know. I don't think I'll make it out of. I won't make another one out of it. So yeah, there's a nice close up of it. Hope that's in frame and close up for it. Nice detail work on the flare. It's got a nice flare on it. Nice face. Eyes almost line up. Starting to get a little bit better with the eyes. It's really hard because you're punching it when it's orange. So once the steel goes orange, it's really hard to see where it is. So, and you can't, you put your punch in, hit it, and then you get it hot again. So it's really hard to see when steel's orange where exactly where you're hitting it. So it's sort of a guesstimate. So that's why the eyes don't exactly line up all the time. So yeah, and sometimes the punch, when you hit it, it jumps a bit too sometimes. So yeah, you've got to sort of adjust it. So yeah, but anyway, that's all. Just making excuses. Got my eye on there, getting pretty good at that. Most of these have got O's on it. Some of them don't. The little ones don't have it because yeah, I bounced off and put the O on one of Andrew's anvils faces, which was a rookie move. I'll never live it down. But anyway, yeah, embarrassing. But anyway, that happens. Yeah, so, but this one doesn't have the O on it. But yeah, he's really nice. And then I got a couple of square ones, and I thought, I said to Andrew the other day, why don't I try and make one out of a square one? He said, yeah, well, just do it, don't talk about it, do it. And so I did. And that turned out not too bad at all. I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. 9mm thick strike face. The flare's a little bit skew and the head's sort of off kilter a bit, but if you look, the flare's not. This flare should have come out a little bit more. So this one came out a lot further than this one. So yeah, if you look on it this way, the flares should have come out more. But that's just me being critical. I'm getting to the point in my forging that I'm starting to get a little bit more critical. Face is a little bit long, but it's all right. It's all good. All good all the time. Eyes are actually in the right plane. You notice, eyes pretty well line up, so it's not too bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, everything on it's pretty good. I'm really happy. It just doesn't sit straight. It's got a little bit of a rock. But next time, this is a prototype, so I was in a bit of a rush too. I was at my other mate's place, so when I do it next time, I'll get it sitting straight, so the striker will be there, this tail will be there, and I'll put a bit of a bend here, so this part here basically will have a little. I'll just drop this part down further, and then it'll bend up a little bit here. So yeah, it'll sit properly anyway. Or I might move this back a little bit further so it's a little bit bigger. This one just showing you the sparking ability on there. Seems to spark all right. They they'll spark pretty good. But yeah, just that's a little bit on the progression of them. They're my snakes. I love them. I'm pretty much gone over to these now as far as animals go. I had an idea. I was going to do Andrew had the idea of doing an elephant. I might do an elephant's face, but with the trunk and everything. I might do one of them. But yeah, these are pretty much my preferred ones now. I like doing the cobras. I'm going to do a couple more of the taipans. Get them a couple more because I've got about 4 or 5 of the round files. So I might do at least 2 or 3 more taipans. As I said, I've got one more round file, so I might do one more of them and a couple of the square ones. So yeah, we'll see how they go. But I won't be going over to this. I won't do any more of these ones. I'll be going over to these. But I thought I'd feature them. Just yeah, and talk a little bit about how I think and my mindset on them, and show them off again. Yeah. I know Tony was interested in having a look at them and that too. So and seeing the progression of them, and all of them laid out. So yeah, and I do like showing how I went through the progression of my strikers. So yeah, and forging, and this was early in my craft to later in my craft, and I can definitely see where, like, how the eyes and the face and everything started getting better and better as I've gone into my craft. So yeah, along in the progression of as I got better, because I've been doing it now a couple of years. So yeah, I should be getting better at it, which I am. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.